Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. It's Listiner Inspires coming at you live with your Friday poem reading flashback. And so today I am going to touch on a subject that is a little emotional for me, but I'm gonna do it because God said so. So as you might be able to hear, I have some music playing in the background. I do not own the rights to the music, just for copyright sake. I just have it playing in the background because I need to be encouraged and inspired to push past this very transparent moment. Emotions are very difficult for me, even to this day, but I push past it because I know what God has called me to do. So moving right along, if you this is your first time tuning in to my Friday flashback poem readings, what I do every Friday is take a poem from my book, I read it, and I break it down on what that poem meant, or what at what point in my life was that poem written about, because my book is called Rebel Inspired, a poetic journey into awesomeness, and it takes you through the journey of me from being abused to me being healed, the process and the feelings and the emotions that I have gone through to get to this point. And though I take you through this journey of being healed, I am still continuously going through the healing process. So every time I read this poem from my book, I feel God breaking other things away from me as I share with others. So I'm gonna start, and the poem I'm reading is called "You Ask, Am I Shy?" and it's on page 31 of my book. If you don't have my book, get it from Amazon.com. Go to my website as well, ListinerInspires.com, or hit me up in my inbox and I can mail you an autographed copy directly. Moving right along. You ask, am I shy? I don't know. Maybe why? I have to formulate who I really am because most of my life was a complete, messy, emotional, disturbing sham. So forgive me if I shy away from the obvious intrusion to my solitude, because I rather like being alone, even at the risk of being rude. I enjoy the darkest recesses of the mind, the place where unfiltered light really shines. The premises of what was, what can be, and what should be are alive within, where past mistakes are matured into current sins. Though the souls in lie wait for the future to be known, well would you know yet you cannot see a way out to be completely free. That prism of light that hold to be true are genuine reflections of all of you. So this poem speaks on many subjects for me. The spirit of feeling of rejection, fear, being bound in shame, self-esteem, emotional baggage, identity crisis. As you may know, if you've tuned in before, if you've caught on to any of my past videos, I talk very openly about being born to a mentally ill mom and being abused from the young age of 2. And so when you're born into a situation like that, you automatically are entered into that's the spirit of rejection. And so with that, you tend to, well, for me, I have made repetitive life decisions based off of always feeling unworthy, because from the beginning of my life I was told that I was nothing. I was told that I was evil. I was told all these negative things that I was not. But how do you believe otherwise when the person that raised you was the one telling you that? And so it led me to always feel like I needed to be inside myself and not address my emotions and not talk about them, because I didn't think anyone would understand. I didn't want to be rejected. I didn't want to feel those feelings I always felt, and that's the loneliness. That's the feeling like I didn't belong, the feeling like I was never accepted. So I stayed inside myself, inside my head. I was always quiet as a child. I always wanted to express myself, but verbally, I was afraid and fearful of what people would think if I opened my mouth and spoke. So I wrote. I continue to write. I still do it to this day. Sometimes communicating for me verbally can be a bit challenging, but I do it because I know that by me telling my testimony, not only am I being freed of my own shame and past pain, but I'm allowing others to know that they're not alone, that they too can be free of the bondage of abuse. of neglect, of shame, of hurt, of rejection. All these things that we feel when we are placed in situations that are out of our control and make us feel as though we're not worthy. So I say to you today, whoever might be watching, you are worthy. You are amazing. You are awesome. You are great. And no matter what anybody told you, you are worthy of love. You are worthy to be loved. And allow God to peel back those layers of hurt, pain, rejection, loneliness, oppression. It's going to hurt when you go through this process of healing. Trust me, I know I'm still going through the process, and I'm allowing God to reveal more things more and more as I go through it. And sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes I want to break down and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry and then shut down. But God tells me no. And I know why, because in order to heal, you have to bring it up and out. And so if you have someone that you trust, accountability healing partners, I'm going to call it, let someone know that you're going through this and that you need someone to just be there to pray with you, to hold your hand through this, to walk you through it until you come out on the other side. And if you need encouragement, feel free to inbox me if you want. I will definitely respond back. My email also is rocketrebel@gmail.com. If you want to just email me and you need some insight or you need some guidance. I am not a counselor, but I know that I've gone through this and I'm going through it. I know what God has called me to do, and I want to help people to be able to heal through their own pain and walk into their purpose boldly and using their gifts. So remember, Rock Your Rebel, Rebel Inspired. Signing out, Listiner Inspires. Love you guys. You guys have a great, blessed, and safe weekend.